Good morning. So we started today off at 1 a.m. and we drove an hour to the Anacortes Ferry, and luckily we made it. We didn't know if we were going to be able to get a spot with Labor Day weekend going on. We are now headed to Friday Harbor. We are going to spend the whole day on San Juan Island and then head over to Orcas Island, where we have a yurt for 2 nights. And today we are going whale watching.
Find some orcas.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. We do that at 11. Okay, so we just got to Cattle Point Lighthouse. If you keep driving down the road, you will hit a parking lot. You have to have a discovery pass. And then we walked up the road to a path to this lighthouse. We've seen a couple deer already. They seem like pretty friendly, like they just stop and watch you. The sunrise is incredible. There's Goose Island just over there, which we can see why it gets its name, and you can hear seals off in the distance too. So while we were watching sunrise, I kept seeing this little like head pop out of the water and then just disappear, and we couldn't figure out what it was, so we zoomed in really tight and figured it out. We saw seals. Don't know what kind, but we saw seals already this morning. So as we're walking back to the car from the lighthouse, we also saw 2 foxes. One of them was completely black and the other one had like just the black tail. So the parking spot that we parked at for Cattle Point Lighthouse has this building here. It has a bunch of like information inside, and then also has a ton of picnic tables. So you can either watch the sunrise or hang out here or walk a little bit up to the lighthouse. And then Matt went down closer to the shoreline, so I'm gonna follow.
Settler by the name of Lime was out having a cup of coffee, and a pig was rooting in this potato patch. He had warned Charles Griffin several times before. Mr. Griffin was head of the Hudson Bay Company, and he had warned Mr. Griffin that if he didn't keep the pig out of his potato patch, he was going to shoot it. And on this morning, he made good on his promise.
Alright, so we just had a really special, unexpected experience here. We're at the American camp here on San Juan Island. Ran into a park ranger. We were checking the officers' quarters to see if we could get in to take a look. He came and unlocked it for us before it's supposed to open up, and actually like told us the whole story of the pig war between the US and Britain while we raised the flag for the morning. It was just really cool experience. spent the early part of the morning over at the American camp. Now we're on the opposite end of the island here at the British camp. So it's kind of cool to see the other side of the story. And it's kind of significant to us because obviously I'm American, she's Canadian, and we're moving to the UK.
All the state and federal rules and guidelines for being around wildlife. So if you're wondering why I'm close to some animals and further away from others, that's what the rules say I have to do. I have a high definition radar that I can scan all the way down to the surface of the water. Oh, here comes some fireworks.
Out there. As we're getting back into the harbor here, I just ask that you stay seated until we are fully docked. I've got some lines to tie up.
Okay, so we finished our whale watching tour, which was unreal. We got to see 15 orcas all together. We had to go a bit far out, more so towards Victoria, which was about a 40-minute boat ride out, and then we sat there and just watched them. It was amazing. One breached 3 times in a row, which means completely out of the water. We have a okay video of it, we'll show it here. Then we grabbed some food because we were starving, we haven't eaten in a while, and we just went to the whale museum, which was very informative, and they have a ton of different whale skeletons and stuff. And now we are on our way to head to the ferry because we're going to go to Orcas Island, where we are staying tonight. Lime kiln. Lime kiln.
Yeah, that one.
Lime kiln. Okay, so we actually made a stop before getting on the ferry because we have enough time. So we came to this lighthouse. So it's going on right now. I hope that sound doesn't pick up too much. This is the Orca listening station, which picks up whale sounds. Pretty cool if they're in the area. Sadly, no orcas in this area, so we don't hear any. So it's got tons of picnic tables and lots of space to spread out, have lunch. All right, where are we going now?
To Orcas Island.
Front row. Good morning. So last night after the ferry, we went to our yurt and basically got ready and went to bed because I had been up since 1 a.m. on 2 hours of sleep and Matt didn't even get any sleep the night before. So we were quite tired. We slept in this morning. It was actually really nice temperature inside the yurt. We'll show you more later. We just had breakfast at Catkin Cafe, which was really nice. And now we are kind of in, I believe, like the downtown area. We're just about to get out and go get some coffee at Brown Bear Cafe and walk around because there's tons of shops and there's a wildlife museum we saw, so we want to pop into that.
and a iced latte.
Would you want something that just kind of kills some time? Okay. We'll make you both. All right. Good afternoon. How are you?
All right, we got treats from Brown Bear Baking. So we got this one, which is apple. And we got one that's chocolate.
So the pan au chocolat, the chocolate croissant, I give that like a 9 out of 10. Like almost the perfect croissant, super fluffy. Just could have used maybe a little bit more chocolate. Croissant pomme, the apple croissant that we're eating right now, is like an 11 out of 10. It has like fresh apples in it from the farm that they own, and it's just amazing. We're over here at the dock at Eastsound on Orcas Island. I think it's the main town, I'm not really sure. It's a cute little area. It's got lots of shops and coffee shops, art galleries, nice little stores. Just trying to get some good views and check out the downtown area.
Killer whales can reach up to 32 feet long and weigh up to 22,000 pounds. All right, so we decided to come down to Crescent Beach with a pizza from Hogstone because you need reservations there and we didn't have any. So, taking it to go.
Welcome to the Gnome Yurt. It is super basic accommodation. There's no heat, there's no electricity, there's no running water in here. If you come in, it's nice wood lattice work all the way around. Comes up to a point with a dome roof. That's a skylight. You can spin it open. There's like a little corkscrew kind of thing to pop it open to get some ventilation. 2 windows in the back. There's a bed, queen size, surprisingly comfortable. Came with 4 really comfortable pillows as well. Even though there's no heat in here, it was surprisingly warm because there's a nice thick soft layer in between. Over here we have a little table and chairs for you to eat and a recycling and garbage, and that's pretty much it. It's 18 feet in diameter, which works out to about 254 square feet if you have a point of reference for that. So not a whole lot going on here, but good enough for what we needed. Okay, so there's one more thing to note, not necessarily a grievance. This is pretty far on the path away from the parking area. It's like a 5 to 7 minute walk. So you have to carry everything yourself down the path to here. They do provide these little carts for you to take, but it's a lot to haul. Okay, so start of day 3,
We got breakfast again at Brown Bear Bakery. Then we got some local ice cream just up the street. Now we drove up to the top of Mount Constitution here in Moran State Park. We're gonna catch the 2:30 ferry, so we didn't have a ton of time to do a hike, but it's still an absolutely gorgeous view with just a short little drive up. Alright, so we walked up all the way to the top of the tower, and it shows maps all around to just show what you're looking at, and today's so clear that we can see Vancouver. Alright, so no reservation this weekend, and we made it on the ferry back. It is packed though. We just made it. Which is the Lime Kiln Lighthouse. Lime Kiln. We came to this lighthouse.
Lime
Kiln.
Yeah.
Lime Kiln.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have a little bit of time before hopping on the ferry. So we came to this lighthouse. It's the Lime Kiln, but it picks up boats, ships, ferries, rain, snapping shrimp, stuff like that. So it picks up a lot of stuff, but
it picks up whale sounds.
Oh. Huh?
It's supposed to pick up whale sounds. It's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but it also picks up that.
You didn't even mention that.
Oh, I didn't?
Just saying, it's meant to pick up whale sounds.
Okay. So this, am I starting over?
Yeah.
Okay.